you have a motto or an ethic or a like something that founds your actions, your like when you show up to a set, when you show up to talk to a director or a creator, do you have something that's like scaffolding?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot I think I've developed in my toolkit, just like mentally, I think when it comes to a project. My fixation and my journey in what's called the pre-production stage, which is like the moments leading up to the shoot. It's like a 2 or 1 week period where you're like scrambling to get everything, acquired. You got to get all your equipment organized. You got to order stuff from the rental house. You have to find your crew and stuff like that. A lot of that is really just trying to prepare as best as you possibly can before the shoot, before day one. And the hardest part, I think, for me is that pre-production phase where you're really ensuring like you have everything that you need. You've read every script, like a page of the script, you've memorized it all. But as soon as camera's rolling and everyone's in their place and the slate clicks and everything, you really just kind of have to surrender a little bit. Everything that you've planned and everything that all this effort that you've put into the production, because there's a certain magic that like presents itself in front of you on set, and there's really there's nothing you can prepare for on the day of, really. If things totally fall flat, you have to just be able to really embrace whatever happens on the set, and you can only prepare so much for that. If you don't really follow that magic, you're kind of putting yourself in a box a little bit. And so, yeah, I think as far as mottos go, I don't think there's just really one thing that I could say. Maybe it's just go with the flow a little bit. Like work hard leading up to the shoot and then just like capture the magic and go with the flow.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that came to my mind was if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Right.
It's like that old saying. And then, once the downbeat from a musical perspective, once there's downbeat, there's no mistakes, only accidentals.
Yeah.
From a musical perspective.
Totally.
Right. And that's because another quote, like the show must go on. And we don't know what magic is.
Right. Yeah.
We really don't know what magic is.
Totally.
So it could be that mistake could end up being, one of the best parts of the shot.
Exactly.
One of the best parts of the movie.
That's exactly true. There was a shoot I just thought of where that happened. I was in upstate New York shooting a little short film, and it was a really great crew. I'd actually never seen the location before going up there, which I try not to do when I'm preparing for a shoot. Usually you do a tech scout, you take photos, you kind of storyboard in accordance to the location or whatever. But there was this little brief moment where we wanted to get a scene with this little girl who was kind of the main character playing outside in the house. And as the sun goes down, we suddenly see like the bushes start lighting up and there were fireflies. And there was a scene scripted, and I brought like a little LED that I was going to like tie to like a fishing line so that she could like try and chase fireflies. But we're just like, let's just play with those fireflies. And we got these really great shots of like her holding like a firefly, and it was probably one of the best scenes of the movie. I thought I was like, that looks like, Manuel Lubensky shot it or something like that. And yeah, it was one of those moments that was like, I didn't have a direct plan for it other than my backup plan of that fishing line thing. But we said, look, they're out there, let's go shoot it. And we got it. It was great.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. I love that.